Hey, what's up, y'all? I had wanted to come to y'all and kind of talk about this trip so far in this specific one. And I was always like, okay, wait, one, what am I here for? And two, now since I've been here, and this is basically the third day, is what was the point of me coming here and getting sick and not being able to do what I wanted to do? But as I sit here and I see exactly what it is that happened, because now I feel a lot better, and I already know like maybe in the next 2 days or so I'm gonna feel way better, be back to myself. But what this has basically told me is like, yes, I'm on the right track, because as y'all seen earlier in the video, like there were too many signs for me, like not for anybody else, but for me, where, for example, the crow thing. I've already knew that that was a sign that I would always see crows when I felt as if though I was on the right path, but I didn't have really any confirmation on that. So I was like, damn, okay, I don't know if that's actually the case. But then now seeing crows when I get to Austin, and I'm just kind of like waiting to see what I'm gonna do for the day, and to get all of those crows, it's like it's no coincidence, you know what I'm saying? And people always try to push these types of experiences off to the side and say, no, that's just a coincidence. And nah, nothing in this life is a coincidence, nothing. And I do feel like, things happen for a reason, but I do feel like that you do have free will, but certain things in your life still has to take place. For you to get to that certain aspect in life, which is the reason that you came here, and the mission that you chose to take on before you reincarnated here on this earth, in this human body. So what I learned um, is that in life, everything is not necessarily for everyone. Okay, so yeah, I've learned specifically that everything is not necessarily for everyone. Like I was explaining to my girlfriend, um, it's not like me saying like her coming on a trip like she wasn't supposed to be here or anything, but I do feel like, yes, she was supposed to be here this time, but it's also just enough for me to realize that, hey, on your mission, some things are just for you because it's your mission. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I've gotten out of this trip specifically. And like I was telling her, is like, you, in order to find yourself, you know what I'm saying? Finding myself doesn't have anything to do with my son or her. You know what I'm saying? Like, because at the end of the day, I'm still a soul. Me is like incarnating this body. Yes, I have this personality right now, but in the things that I've been through in this lifetime, but I know that that's not my only lifetime and not the only person that I've been. For example, when I was the reptilian woman, and my son, which was my sister, killed me. So you know what I'm saying? Like, I know that, just okay, for example, like when you were born here, you know what I'm saying, on this earth, like I came at a certain time, my girlfriend came to earth at a certain time, my son came to earth at a certain time. We all came here at different times, and our lives are all different in what we are trying to accomplish here. And like that's the biggest thing I've taken away from this trip. And also I've taken away that I am on the right track. So for example, let me tell y'all. Now, before I get started into this, this has nothing to do with why I do what I do. So I have been kind of thinking in my head, like, is this like what I'm supposed to be doing? Because when I have inspiration to do these videos, I have so much energy for it. But then, like, I'll lose that And then that makes me think to myself, like, damn, okay, is this what I'm supposed to be doing? Because I don't always have that drive and will to do these things. I'm like, maybe this isn't what I'm supposed to be doing. But too many things have hit right this week for me to ignore it. For example, um, one so basically Bam Hit, The Alchemist, and Genie Dot got together and made a live. Now, I've been watching all three of them for since I've actually been on my journey. I started my journey back in March, and I've always watched them. I'll leave them in the link in the description, so if y'all haven't heard of them, y'all can go check them out. And they went ahead and did that live, and I'm like, damn, like I've been watching them, and they kind of all got together. That's crazy, because like I said, I had been watching all of them before they even got together. So to see them get together makes me realize that, hey, bro, what you've been looking at and what the people that you've been watching are actually good. You know what I'm saying? Like, or the things that they're talking about and the things that they're doing is true. You know what I'm saying? Not saying that every single little thing is true that they say, because I don't live my life like that. Because everything that they're saying and doing is outside of what not everything, but some of the things that they said and they said is true. I would have to experience that myself, because that's just who I am. You know what I'm saying? As a soul, you know what I'm saying? It's the template that I chose in this human experience. What I was basically getting at was this, y'all, when I was saying that, was that the things that they do and they say that they see, I don't ever take for 100% fact. The things that I resonate with, I store it, but then I don't just be like, oh, okay, yeah, that's the 100% truth, until I experience it myself. And I can verify that, hey, you know, this is what happens. That it, you know what I'm saying? And it's just how I live my life with everything. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, shit, when I was younger, I fucking stuck a bobby pin in my ear, like, and drew blood, like had to go to the emergency room and everything, just because my grandma told me not to put it in my ear. I know that shit sound wild to y'all, but to me, that's just my way of life. You know what I'm saying? Another thing, the whole drugs thing. I got older, I wanted to try certain drugs. I tried certain drugs to the point where I got addicted to them, and there was a whole fucking darkness that I was in. But I went through that, and now when I come out to the other side of that, if there is another soul who's going through that, I can recognize it, because I've been there. You know what I'm saying? Like when that person that's on the street asking for money, you know, I don't, and I give them money. I don't give them money with an expectation of, oh, here, take this money and go do something good with it. I give them the money with the expectation of, hey, here, I'm giving you this money from one soul to another soul, and what you decide to do with it is what you decide to do with it. I'm going to leave it at that. Like, hell, if I give you the money and I see you take it and the dealer is right there, and you go give the money that I gave you to the dealer, I wouldn't feel any type of way about it, because I've been and I know what that is like. Like, I've been to the bottom of the bottom. You know what I'm saying? I've been there when going through withdrawals, and you know, you shaking and throwing up and shitting, and like your whole body can't sit still, and you feel hot and cold at the same time. So you keep putting on the covers, throwing them off, and your bed is soaked because of how much you're sweating, and that, you know what I'm saying? And it seems like the only thing that will kind of take that pain away is going to go sit in the shower with hot water running over your body. And yeah, you know, so just not judging people. Not saying that I would have to go through that experience in order to not judge people. I don't think that that's the case. But being a light for people that is still there and that is going through those experiences. Because now it's even more dangerous out here when it comes to drugs and stuff like that, because fentanyl is in everything, you know, and everything, like, these people who are selling the drugs have gotten so good to the point where they can make it look just like the manufacturer, because they have the same press that the manufacturer used to make their pills. But they have this crazy ass fucking combination in there that they don't give a fuck about the consumer, which is you trying the drugs, or the, not saying you, but who, if you're watching this and you have, then I'm talking to you. Um, yeah, so it's hard out there, because it's not like, yeah, back then you could overdose and stuff, like off heroin and stuff, but that wasn't like the norm. You know what I mean? Now it's like I don't even have to be doing any heroin. I can go think I'm taking a Xanax I got off the street. I'm thinking, hey, I'm about to get a little anxiety relief or whatever. Next thing you know, shit, you back. Damn, what happened? I done changed frequencies. Shit, is this, what the fuck? Am I dead? Like, I was just asleep. I mean, I just took that pill, and now, damn, am I dead? Like, I can't imagine, like, the souls that had that happen to them, where they thought that they were taking a Xanax, and next thing you know, they're dead. You know what I'm saying? And this is the biggest thing that is happening now when it comes to the drug community. You know what I'm saying? And I know that sounds wild, like drug community, like what? Don't fucking judge. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a community of people out there. Shit, go look at Reddit, for example. It's literally red subreddits out there, or yeah, subreddits out there where, I don't know if it's actually called subreddit, where people talk about specific drugs or THC or certain pain pills or whatever. There's people out there talking about this stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I said all that to say this. I've experienced everything that I've experienced in my life because that was meant for me as a soul. And I was saying that to just say that, just like, if I have something that's calling to me, that doesn't necessarily mean that it's calling to me and the people that I'm around. And that's no shade to them or anything, like, that's not at all. If anything, I had to have them here this time for me to really understand that hey, some of the times it's not going to be for everyone. It's going to be just for you, and then you going to go do that for yourself. Then opens up so much more, not only to them, but to people even beyond them, and it causes a whole ripple effect. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's basically what I learned this time on my Call of the Soul to Austin from DFW. And like I said, I have been having so many confirmations that this is the right path, from the crows to people that I've been watching, commenting on my videos, and you know, my videos actually are starting to gain a little bit more traction. And like I said, this is not why I do videos. I do videos to have my experience public, which is why, I talk about, my meth overdose. No, I didn't knowingly go in thinking I was doing meth, but it happened. You know what I'm saying? And that's not going to be for everybody, because I know that everybody didn't come here to experience that. But for the souls that did come here to experience that, I feel like that I can be kind of a light out of that darkness to say, hey, I have came from that, and this is where I am now. No, I don't have it all figured out or all together, but I'm putting it out there for y'all to see. You know what I'm saying? Like, my journey. That's why I say um in my about section, I say I'm not a expert. You know what I'm saying? All I'm trying to do is to bring y'all my experiences and tell y'all how I see them. You know what I'm saying? but I would also have you to go experience it for yourself, because you may see it a different way, and maybe you come back and leave a comment on my channel. It makes me see or look at something a different way that I didn't even think about. Yeah, yeah, man. So it's been fun. It's not over for me yet. I still do have about 2 weeks left on my maternity leave, father maternity leave, from my job. I have 2 weeks. As y'all can see, I've genuinely taken this time to not do shit, but kind of just chill with my son and just take all of this shit in. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to have that mentality of getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, 3 o'clock in the morning, going to the gym. I know that place that I have to go to for me to achieve what I want to achieve, and it actually aligns with my spiritual journey, because me fasting will allow myself to be able to think clearer and have more like a clear head, and be more cognitive and all of that type of stuff. So it kind of goes hand in hand, that it's not a coincidence that me losing weight and it coincides with spirituality, like getting healthy body wise, because this is your vehicle on this earthly spiritual plane. This is your vehicle to do what you need to do, and the reason that you came on this earthly plane, and or on this earth rock, and the reason that you came here, you need this vessel that you're in. So realizing that you have to take care of it, and also all of the chemicals and bullshit that they put in your food to not only slow you down mentally, but fucks up your vessel and makes you crave these foods because of all of the chemicals they put in them. Like, I've been addicted to certain drugs, and I can honestly sit up here and tell you, from taking a break from fast food and then going back and eating it, there's definitely chemicals in there. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, when I was on my, shit, and, I would allow myself cheat meals, I went and I had some orange chicken, and I hadn't been out. I hadn't, went to any type of fast food. I meal prepped everything that I ate, and I was eating really good. And I genuinely, when I ate this orange chicken, I genuinely felt the high of eating that food. I know this shit sounds wild, but it's the truth. Like, I remember telling my girlfriend, like, damn, like, eating this orange chicken right now, I genuinely feel high right now. Like, I can feel it, because I haven't been used to it. But also in that, the other side is all of that grease and shit. Like, once you've been eating cleaner and you put that grease on your stomach, your body rejects it. Like, I remember eating certain stuff and that shit would sit on my stomach, and I would feel queasy. But now I'm not gonna lie to y'all, I have fell completely off. I haven't been going to go exercise. I haven't been eating right. I haven't been doing any of that shit. So I said all that to basically say that I'm about to get back on all my shit. I know y'all saw me in my other videos where I was walking and talking. That's when I was on my shit. And also looking at my human design, that's what I chose for this vessel. In order for me to get most out of my life, that's how I'm supposed to show up to the world, is always moving. You know what I'm saying? And I can honestly sit up here and tell y'all 100%, when I'm moving and when I'm on the go, I not only think clearly, but I feel very content with myself. I feel like I've done something for the day. I feel like I'm moving in the right direction. Versus now, where yes, I am doing my call of the soul, but I know that I'm neglecting my body. You know what I'm saying? So I know that I'm gonna have to line those two up to where I'm taking care of my body and also working on my spiritual self, and then combining those two is where you get the real magic. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, y'all, that is it for this trip or this specific part of the Call of the Soul. I am really going to try to make a part two, but you know what? It's not gonna be tried to. I am gonna make a part two. I am gonna get this shit done. But also kind of try to get ahead a little bit while I am on this break, because I am still getting paid for my job. But there shouldn't be any way where I just sit here and yes, I'm still getting money for my job, but also still trying to move myself forward on my career, on what I want to do in this life, and make that full time and allow that to sustain me and my family, and not having to rely on a big corporation, especially when, you know, AI is, you know, now becoming a big thing, and, you know, they're laying people off because AI can basically do it for you, or these companies at a cheaper rate. But my thing would be, okay, if you take enough people off of there, then who is going to buy these products? Because if the humans are not making money anymore, then no matter how many robots y'all got, your end goal is capitalism. Your end goal is to make money. So if that's the case, then how are we gonna give you something that we don't have because we don't have a job? You know what I'm saying? So I'm really interested to see how that's gonna go, just overall in the Earth. Period. It's a very interesting time that we're living in, and I'm excited to see where it go, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm genuinely excited to see where it go. I can feel something big is coming. I don't know exactly what it is, but I've been feeling like that for a while now. Something big is coming. I'm not sure if it's aliens. I'm not sure if, you know, people are gonna start understanding more that there is more to us than meets the eye. But I'm excited for it and I'm here for it. So also, y'all already know what I'm about to say. Keep being you, keep being weird, and don't try to please nobody just to fit in. You know what I'm saying? Just be yourself and put yourself out there genuinely, and the people who actually are supposed to be in your life are going to naturally gravitate towards you. And you don't have to worry about that. Just kind of keep being yourself. You know, um, I know that shit could be hard in a society that tries to tell you that you have to fit in with everybody, but that's not the case. I've always been the type of person who, you know, did my own thing. Shit, at school, I never went inside and, you know, sat in the lunchroom, you know, where everybody else. I would sit outside, and everybody would go into the lunchroom, but then somehow they always gravitated towards me outside. So I don't know, man. Like, I just always been doing my own thing. You know, I had this Nike, you know, hoodie on, but I don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, I have on some Walmart shoes. I don't give a fuck about what other people find, I guess you could say, as being a thing, or to fit in, or brand name, or I got this and you don't. I've never been that type of person.